When you're bored, stuck at home, and there's nothing to watch on TV, usually I'd rewatch some of my favourite films. So why don't we do this with video games as well? There are actually very few video games I've played more than once, but here are some of my recommendations of video games to revisit whilst you're bored, stuck at home, or waiting on that next big release. What a game! This was released back in 2018 to much hype and applause, and I waited a little bit before getting this, but once I did, I was absolutely hooked from the start. It's an action-adventure game developed by Insomniac and incorporates all of your favourite characters from the Spideyverse, including Doc Ock and Miles Morales. The game flings you into the action straight away, and Insomniac do a great job of making you feel like you're actually Spider-Man, web-slinging your way through New York. Spotting things like the Avengers Tower is really fun, and the side missions and DLC was absolutely great, although sometimes somewhat challenging. On second play, I tried really hard to get all the trophies. I explored all of the city, I wore different Spidey suits, and just tried to relive the story all over again. It's possibly just as good as the best Spider-Man films, if not even better. It's hard to believe that Rocksteady released Batman Arkham Asylum back in 2009 because the look, the feel and the gameplay still stand up today. I actually got this game on a recommendation a couple of years after it had been released, and I wasn't really sure because the last Batman game that I had played at that point was 1992's Batman Returns. I would go as far to say that this game is possibly better than any Batman film ever released. I know, strong words, but this really is a superb game. The game begins as you deliver the Joker to Arkham Asylum, and as you descend deeper into Arkham Asylum, the Joker escapes, and that's where the fun begins. You get to meet various members of the Bat family along the way, like Commissioner Gordon. You're helped out by the Oracle, that's Barbara Gordon. You get to fight various villains, and of course, there's our lovable favourite mental case, Harley Quinn. There's also superb voice acting too from Kevin Conroy, who plays Batman, and the legend that is Mark Hamill, who plays the Joker, and this adds to the atmosphere of the game. Going back to play the game again can be really satisfying because you've got the challenge of trying to find all the Riddler trophies, and there's still that high of getting a long combo, but there are super challenging bits as well. However, if you're just a fair weather Batman fan, then I'm sure you'll still enjoy this because it's just bloody brilliant. There was a time in my Xbox 360 days where I would sit on my wee gaming beanbag and play this game obsessively over and over and over again. When it comes to films, TV and games, I'm not a huge zombie fan, but a good game is just a good game, and Left 4 Dead 2 stands up as a timeless classic. Valve released this back in 2009 and it's still so much fun to play today. You play within a team of survivors, and you can either play with other CPU controlled characters or with mates online. Back in the day, I just played solo because at that point I wasn't too sure of playing with people online. However, it was one of the most exciting Xbox games I had played up until that point. There are the normal hordes of 28 Days Later type zombies, but there are other types of zombies too, like the witch, who you will hear before you see, and she is best avoided. And you've got stuff like the tank, who is this massive beast that flings things at you and rams into you. The idea is simple: get to the exit point and survive. I recently started playing this game again, but on the PC and with some members from my community, and it's added a whole extra dimension to the game for me. I love the whole camaraderie between the players if you've got a really good team on your side. Like if you're down and the feeling of someone sticking their bums out for you, to try and help you, and likewise you being overprotective of certain members of the team. If you're bored at home and you need a wee thrill, then get this game on the go. It's so much fun. Get your mates involved. You will not be disappointed. Which games do you keep going back to? Leave me a wee comment below and let me know. And remember to subscribe for more gaming content. And remember folks, keep it gaming, keep it geeky, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.